Hi guys, welcome back to the Kickback podcast. For the second episode, I will be talking with Connor Gioffreda. I hope you all enjoy. Okay. So Connor, how old are you and where did you go to school?
I'm currently 25 years old. Uh, I went to Frostburg State University and I majored in political science.
Perfect. How did you learn about your college?
Uh, it was basically a choice of s- primarily swimming. So the coach there at the time was experienced in the Paralympic movement. Uh, then and also I had my good friend Zach Shattuck who was already attending college there, so it kind of helped the recruiting process a little bit. And of course, I went to other colleges, spoke to other coaches, but this one I connected to the most, just because, not just because of the swimming uh, community, but because it just felt right to go there, and still do not regret my decision to go there to this day.
Perfect. Did you have an amazing experience while swimming at your
Oh
college?
yeah, I loved swimming there. I loved the teammates that I had. I loved the friends that I made while I was swimming there. And overall, it was a wonderful experience.
Where are you living now after college and how long have you been there?
Uh, right now I'm living at the United States Olympic and Paralympic Training Center. I've been living here for about 2 years and some change now. I made the decision to come out here after the Tokyo 2021 games to get to optimize my training and nutrition, my recovery, and everything here has offered that and some to me.
What's the schedule look on your typical day at the training center?
So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are well, Monday and Wednesday, I'm sorry, are our doubles day. So we practice in the morning from 7 to 9, and then 3 to 5 on those days. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we just swim from 7 to 9, and then we have weight training from 9:30 to around, I would say, 10:30, and as well as Thursday. And then Friday we have like this circuit training that we do in the morning, more dry land work, and then we train in the afternoon from 3 to 5 on Friday, and then Saturday is from 7 to 9, and then Sunday we get the day off.
That's nice. What is your disability and how long have you had it or was it at birth?
I was born with it. I have a form of dwarfism called achondroplasia. So my I was destined to be born shorter than the average person. Um, so my bone growth is a little, what I would call it, stunted a little bit, where I simply wouldn't grow as tall as the normal person. But it's yeah, been born with it and been living with it and then completely fine with
Yay.
it.
What is the worst and best part of having a disability?
I think the worst part is being looked down at, like people need to talk to me as if like to get on like they need to get on my level to talk with me. Um, I've had to tell people like, listen, you don't need to give me this attitude of like you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, like, and then like try and like comfort me a little bit. I'm like, I'm good. You don't need to do this. Like, leave me alone, please. And then at the same time, also there's some kids and some adults that don't understand what my disability is, and they're just staring, pointing, and all this, and it's just like I kind of don't make it a problem because it's like what do they know? It's just unless they are willing to be or are willing to come up to me and talk to me about it, then I'm not gonna. Or like if they bother me, I'm like, listen, just I can teach you why I'm like this, but if you're gonna make fun of me or bother me, then leave me alone. That's I just want to go do what I'm doing. And if you try and push it, then then we'll escalate it to there.
That's a very good answer.
Yeah.
Is it-
But the best part is that I get to do all of this. I get to be a part of the Paralympic movement. I get to be a part of the meet all of these people. I get to travel all over the world, compete on a level that some people don't get to do that in uh in a world where they don't have a disability, or they I very much am appreciative of that because of the amount of people that I've been able to interact with, to the friendships that I've made, um, and the places I've been going to.
You could go back in time. Would you change anything about you or your disability?
I wouldn't do baseball. That's one thing. I probably would have cut my baseball career a little bit shorter and just decided to do swimming a little bit earlier. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing else that I can think of that I would change because I mean, I've there have just been so many good things that have happened or that have been a part of my life because of my disability.
Yeah. Going off of what we talked about earlier about getting people being on the same level as you, how do you keep a positive attitude when it comes to that?
I mean, like it's more like what I said before, what do they know? I mean, some people will say names, some people will point, will laugh, they'll jeer, and it's like literally like it's more or less a thing where I'm like, you know what? I'm probably never going to see this person again in my lifetime. So there's no issue going to up to them being and getting into a confrontation. It's like I'm living. I don't want any part of that. I don't. It's not that I don't want any part of it. It's just like there's no. For me, I'm like I just want to get to where I'm going or do what I'm doing the and hopefully it'll go away. And most of the time it does. Some people that do escalate it there, I tend to just say, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. But I am asking you politely. And if you want to be sincere and talk to me about why I'm like this, then we can sit down, have a conversation about it. But if you don't want to do that and you just want to do what you're doing right now, then leave me alone. Other than that, if you keep doing it right here, I can, you we can get somewhere, talk about it, or like I could get security or like you need to leave me alone.
When did you start swimming?
So I was at a crossroads in the sport world where I had finished out baseball. I'd done baseball, soccer, a form of football where my friends and I would go to a field and play and have play football together after the Sunday was over during football season and basketball as well. And it was kind of like, oh, I don't know what I want to do now. Um, so then my mom told me, hey, your friend Stephanie is trying to go to this thing called the Paralympics. And I said, what is the Paralympics? And then she showed me all of this information about the Paralympic movement and what sport I could do. And I said, okay, let's do swimming and with my friend Stephanie, and let's see if we can find a coach nearby that is willing to work with me. Because at that point in time, the only swimming I knew was freestyle and butterfly and anything that watching on the Olympic Games whenever it was on. Um, and after that, it was off to the races.
Nice. Are you more comfortable now with going into the Paralympic world and being a part of that?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just I am a full advocate for someone who with a disability who wants to do a sport to be in the Paralympic movement. I am if they came up to me and said to me, I want to do this, but I don't know if like if I'm going if I'm good enough. I would tell them first of all you need to find a coach that's willing to work with you, and you got to put in the training. That's all you got to do.
Mm.
And if you really want to dedicate yourself to this, your name will be called when you go to a game someday.
What's your biggest accomplishment in the Paralympics so far?
It's not really a medal or being up on the podium or anything like that. It's just seeing my little sister Megan compete with me. I am proud that I've been doing this for so long that I can see her accomplish many things, and that's one of my and be like a mentor and a teacher to her through my experiences being a part of the movement. So I think that's my biggest accomplishment, just being able to be someone to look to lean on, to be an experienced person of interest.
What are your future goals in the sport of swimming right now?
Go to games, go to Paris. There's no two goals for that. That's the end game. That's the only one that I want to do.
After Paris, after you hopefully make it, what do you plan on doing?
Retirement will from the sport of swimming will is a very likely chance. But from the Paralympic movement, I've wanted to try my hand in powerlifting and shot put. I think that I don't want to leave the movement. I just want to be able to branch out a little bit more, be able to do and accomplish other attributes in other sports.
The last question I have is, what do you want others to know about the Paralympic movement and how to get involved?
Um, for people with non-disabilities, just spread the word. Um, just spread the word about us. Just make sure, like, just be aware of that we are also here. Like, we are competing at the same level as these Olympians that compete at the games um that are getting gold medals and competing for their country. For people with disabilities that want to be involved in the sport, pick a sport that you want to do, something that fits you. Find a trainer that's willing to help you uh, and put in the time and dedication toward it. That's all you really need to do to be on your way.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Connor. This was amazing.
You're welcome.